Hello people, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I trust you are well. In continuation with this little sub-series of the 30 things that the Narc will do to remain in control, and the little tactics and techniques that they will use, this is the so manyth video. So let's have a look at a few more. Number one, the Narc is unable to see things from your point of view, but only from their point of view. What else is there to say? The Narc is so intertwined in their own little delusional universe that you and your universe is more of an annoyance. It's more to do with you being in their way. So why should the Narc then decide to try and see things from your point of view? After all, isn't that empathy? Oh yeah, I forgot. The Narcs don't have empathy. They are self-absorbent, just like cancer. It just consumes. There it is. So when you try to explain to a Narc your perspective, your point of view, your experience, let me tell you my side. I tried that once, and I never tried it again. To explain to the, at this point, soon to be ex Narc in my life, that my opinion on something was based on my experience, based on that what I had studied and seen in real life, only to be told that I had no idea what I was talking about. There you go. You see, the issue here is you don't matter. Your emotions, your feelings, your experience, your skills, your knowledge doesn't matter. So when you've got an issue that needs dealing with, particularly emotionally or psychologically, nice try. It ain't gonna happen. Because the Narc can only see Narc agenda. It is as simple as that. It is as if they've got spectacles that go like a boomerang, with mirrors along the way that only reflect what they see. So when you are trying to explain anything to anybody, and explain it so that they are trying to understand it and they can't, it could be. But God help you if you can't understand things from the Narc's point of view. Because then you're wrong. You stupid. You silly. You uneducated fool. Because that means you're not a human. But those rules don't apply to the Narc. Because they the Almighty. So there you go. I've said to my soon-to-be ex-Narc many a time, stop micromanaging me. Only to be scoffed at and laughed at, because what the hell does a individual who can't even speak English properly know what micromanagement's all about? To which I told her, you're not my boss. You're not my manager. I can make my own mind up. Only to then be bullied and manipulated, and hell and torture came as a result. But they will try and micromanage the slightest detail, the finest one, the most insignificant, just to let you know that you can't. You're okay with the bigger things, but they will assist you with that. They will tell you how to do things, in spite of you potentially knowing better. Or dare I say, a different way. But the Narc doesn't see it like that. The Narc just sees you're inept. You need assistance. And I'm the one to offer you that assistance. So be grateful, you little minion, that I am even offering my opinion and my advice and my support to help you to the pit of hell. Just be grateful. By micromanaging little things. And before you know it, you're a puppet on a string. It's a fact. They do this for this point. You're useless. You're helpless. You are absolutely a social waste of time. You everything because of them. You are where you got to because of them. Because there's no way on God's green earth that you could do it by yourself. Because you're just a minion. And along the way, you will feel degraded and guilty and shameful and pitiful. Because you start thinking, well, I did, well, maybe she's right. No, the opposite's true. When you work hard at what you want to achieve, you get the results. It is as simple as that. Yes, other people might help you along the way, but when they take credit for what you've achieved, ding ding, you're dealing with a Narc. So when you start standing on your own 2 feet and you get knocked over by all these things that I've been mentioning, be aware. Let those red flag warning lights and receptors be super sensitive, because you're dealing with a Narc. And the final one for this particular video is they've got poor insight. A lot of hindsight. And the reasons why they've got poor insight is because it's not about anybody else but them. They can't see their flaws and their inadequacies and their shortfalls, their mistakes. The idea of taking responsibility for that is an utter waste of time. So they can only see things through that one lens. And we often fall short when we only have a single point of view. When you engage with other people with their experiences and skill sets, you will achieve far more, far quicker, and far more successful. The Narc doesn't do that. So they can only see things from their point of view, in spite of all the other shortfalls that surround them miles thick sometimes. So therefore they are restricted in what they can say and what they can do. But they'll give the persona and they'll hyperbole everything because they need to do that. Like I said in the previous video, it's like a pump that keeps the ego going. So when you are asking for advice from a Narc, be aware 2 things will take place. Number 1, you will get their opinion and their opinion only. Because they've got no empathy. They've got no insight. That's the one thing. The second thing is, be careful, because you'll be slipping on a very slippery slope. Because the stones are made from soap. And it's oiled. And before you know it, you're trapped. So be mindful. That's all I want to say in this little video. A couple more things for you to keep your eyes out, look and observe and listen. When you see any of these little things, you know what you're dealing with. I hope it's giving you some information, and maybe you could pass this on to people who you know are in this kind of toxic relationship and have got these narc-like figures all around about them. Because the narc is a very hunting style animal. They will prey on the nice, good, solid people out there. And unfortunately, most of us are also, as far as narc is concerned, very naive. Hence this channel. So, all the YouTube admin, please. And thank you for those who have subscribed, particularly the later ones. Thank you. Find us on all the social media platforms. Lara does a fantastic job at distributing it all over the place. But for now, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I'll speak to you soon.